over the years I've had trouble with trying to articulate what it is that people need to know, that will help people, that's going to make that difference for people, because I tend to just always talk about the problem, about the difficulty of these things, and I always thought, oh, maybe that was being too negative, or maybe that was, but I think in the end, it's made a lot more. It's made sense to me that like when you understand the problem, when you understand the problem space, you can navigate it better, And so it's like if I'm just blindly just bumping around, like just not understanding why I'm self-sabotaging, why I'm constantly making these choices that are screwing with me, why I'm not moving towards where I want to go. Like if I don't understand those things, I just feel totally controlled by them, And it's just having that understanding. Oh man, like well, then you're like, you get it, Like when I feel that way, when I feel just driven to eat ice cream all night or whatever, like I get it, I understand it, I understand where it's coming from. And it just has less of a grip on you, and it doesn't tend to emerge in the same way. When I understand that I'm emotionally eating because of my relationship with ice cream, or comfort eating, self-soothing. When I understand those things better, I understand why I'm driven, why I have these, inspirations to do these things. You have more power over those things. You have more power to influence yourself. And make different choices when you understand what's going on. So and it's understanding the problem, right? So that's the thing. The best thing we can do is understand the problem, understand the difficulty, understand the task. The better we understand those things, the better we can navigate them, and then the solutions tend to just emerge on their own. The solutions tend to just come to you over time. I know my wife, she actually, she wasn't big on cooking, right, at first, So when we got together, she was, she was health conscious, but she became much more health conscious as we, the more time we spent together, and she's gone on her own journey, which is nothing like mine, and she had to explore those things for herself. It wasn't something I could tell her what to do or how to do it. It doesn't matter how much wonderful things I say or motivational things I could possibly say. She has her own relationship with food, her own ways of being healthy or wanting to be healthy. I do kickboxing and weightlifting and stuff, bodybuilding, and she now she does yoga. And loves that, and does she does strength training now too, but then she enjoys training in a different way, and that was never going to, there was no, that solution, my way isn't the best way for her. That's what but also I was saying about with food, she wasn't into cooking before at all, but then it was just, she just tried this diet, tried that diet, just started looking into things and started researching it a bit, and then just kind of picked up some momentum with trying, she tried something called the Whole30 diet. She tried some fasting diets and stuff, and then just was playing around with it for long enough, and then just started to enjoy it. It got HelloFresh, if people know what that is, that, and then learnt how to cook and said, hey, you know what, I'm actually kind of enjoying this. And then she just learnt more and more about food, and loves to cook now, right? But that's not something that she could have seen ahead of time. That's not something that could have been planned. Or I could have said, oh, hey, order this and try that, and then you'll start loving this. That wasn't a guarantee. And that's not the same for someone else. And I don't cook. I still don't cook. I'm glad she does now, because that way I don't have to. But, and it's made me a lot healthier, do all those things. But that solution couldn't have been something that was predicted ahead of time. Couldn't be something that was, it was just by exploring the problem, exploring the space of health, and then you're inspired by the things you're inspired by. Things catch on that within you, that it's just not something someone could tell you that you needed to do. And that's been absolutely different to my journey, over time. And the types of training that you like to do, the types of food you like to eat, whether you'll cook or not, all those things are not someone can prescribe for you. They're things that become part of your identity. Now she sees herself as someone who cooks and is good at cooking and enjoys that, and it just became more, the more that she understood about health and about food and about the reactions of the food and sugar and all that. She just naturally had thoughts about wanting to have less preservatives in the food, wanting to have healthier, more natural stuff, wanting to stay away from these things as she has more understandings of them. Those naturally came. They naturally emerged from her understandings. The thoughts, the feelings, the actions all changed based on the understandings, beliefs, the beliefs about eating well and about that influence of that on everything else. So, and again, those, and then the more that you explore the problem space, the more that the solutions just tend to emerge, based on what you're inspired by, and based on what makes sense to you. Maybe it doesn't make sense immediately. Maybe those inspirations don't come immediately. But that's the thing. That's what timing cannot be told. Type cannot be told. You just have to explore the space, explore the problem space, explore the possibility space, and see what catches. And that's all unconscious, and that's the thing. Like I said, you don't have direct access to it. We only have indirect access through exploring the problem and the possibility space.